Yes, Johnny Jones, I'm here at home. And back in 2019 on October 7th, I posted my very first YouTube video. It was about a DIY antenna. This one, to be exact. It was my very first functional CB antenna. And I thought, after 5.5 years of weather, I want to see what's happened to this thing. And does it still work? We'll find out. Let's do it. So this antenna is actually made of segments of a greenhouse kit that I split apart and I press them together, and I use a little plastic spacer and a rasp to make sure the circumference was really tight around that thing. Well, actually, I'll show you. And oh, by the way, I also used a lot of rubber cement. And then I just tacked them together really hard with a hammer, and yeah, it is pretty stable. At the bottom, this is just plumbing shit. We got this stuff from a plumber. We bought a truck from him, you know, a dually. And he had a bunch of plumbing supplies on the back of it, so I use this. So if you're a plumber, you know what this thing is, this doohickey here. I have no idea what it is, but it seemed useful at the time. I took a little hot glue, and put it at the bottom here to keep it from leaking. Hot glue, my God, I had a love-hate relationship with that stuff. Now the bottom, this is an SO239 connector, and I didn't order one. At the time, I couldn't even solder, really. It was all I could do to just figure out how to solder, so I didn't even know you could order these. I ripped this out of a rusted up, busted radio, and I just popped it in there, ripped it out, and there it is. Now, this bracket, believe it or not, I put on recently. This damn thing, actually, when the first video came out, there was just a wire wrapped around the SO239 connector going to a ground rod, so don't do that. But anyways, I posted this on a website called cbradiotalk.com, and I have all the photos of how I did it. If I can pull it off that side, I'll show you. But let's go see if this thing is still conducting, ohm meter, and then we'll put it up on a post or a pole or something and antenna analyze it. Well, it's not exactly the straightest thing in the world, but don't worry, they said the same shit about me, and I got a wife. But yeah, I think it's just bending because for some reason this pipe has a little bit of leeway in here. Maybe why I was actually using this to attach it. Whatever. We're going to get our antenna analyzer out and see if it still works. All right, we got it hooked up here. Hopefully we're far enough away from it. And let's go ahead and scan the SWR here. So it looks like, unfortunately, the lowest SWR we're getting is a 4. Now, I don't think one of those segments is messed up, because if you notice, there is a slight drop in SWR around 27 megahertz, which tells me this may be a ground issue. So when I turned the antenna to its side, the main mast popped off here, and we just have a wire sticking out there that at one point, I guess, was soldered to that SO239 connector in there. And I don't even know how I soldered that together, I'll be honest. Not only my skills come into question here, but the fact that that SO239 is all the way at the bottom of this thing. And I'm not even sure how I did that. I went ahead and I took the tape off the pipe here, and there is a ton of rust. Not only that, but the solder job here is not the greatest in the world. I did just start soldering at that point in time, but it did hold. I can't really bitch about that. It actually held. But I would not run this under the pipe like it was beforehand. It was actually run, I actually took it apart. It ran to the SO239 connector here, which this must have fit perfectly into this little housing, because I cannot get that out to save my life. And it came from a radio, so I must have just popped that in with a vise or something. I can't remember. This time I'm going to try to run that wire on the inside of the pipe if possible. And hopefully that'll give us a little bit of better results here. Because I mean, you can see where that pipe was actually just working against the wire. And that's really not the best way of doing this. So let's see if we can fix it up. Before I do anything, I'm going to take my multimeter here and test continuity across these braces to make sure all of these segments are functioning. Got her all taped up, soldered up, and stuck up. Let's see if we can go ahead and check the SWR again on our rig expert. Okay, so actually I had a problem with my coaxial cable. So right there, we are getting a very low SWR. Let's go ahead and see if we can zoom in on this a bit. So when I first made this antenna, I used it in an inverted L configuration with a fence post as the counterpoise. So I figured, of course, this would be plenty enough structure for the counterpoise. It's a piece of square tubing with a base on it. Turns out, no, it's not. It was actually resonant at about 21 megahertz. So I knew something was up when I actually put a choke balun on the coaxial cable and it changed the frequency. So this thing was becoming reactive. And of course, I'm not a genius, but I figured, well, it probably just needs a better ground plane. So I got a can truck over there. It's an ice cream truck, actually. We just put cans in it. And I'm gonna hook the antenna up over there. See what happens. Turns out we didn't actually have enough of a ground plane to use this. So I went ahead and went out to our ice cream truck we use as a storage shed for canned food. And it's a little bit crooked, but I wouldn't normally post this really close to the metallic body that we're going to use, but it's just to show that it was indeed a ground plane problem, because the SWR, let me zoom that frequency in a bit. The ground plane itself was the issue. We have really nice SWR here. It's going to be well under 1.5 across the band. And this antenna is slightly too long, but for all intents and purposes, it's totally fine. Well, I want to go feed the animals. When I get back, I'm going to hook that antenna up right there on the truck and see if we can talk to somebody. Yeah! Buddy, shut up. That's my goose. His name's Buddy. I like him a lot. We're friends. He tries to breed me, but I don't hold nothing against him, you know. It's all right.
Thunderstorms could produce large hail-ups at around 1 inch in diameter. And now the extended outlook for the period Wednesday through Monday. No hazardous weather is expected at this time. Spotter information statement, none.
165, this is 150 North Carolina on a barefoot radio. You hear me out there?
Carolina makes it a great day. I'm telling you right now, 165, you got a 150 out here in the Carolinas trying to get back to you. A 150 out here trying to get back to you.
Hey, thank you, bud. Thank you, bud.
He was hearing us talk down here between each other. 42 on that one. Where you at out there, 150?
Oh, I'm just hanging out here in the trailer. It's been raining like hell, and Skip's going like crazy. I've been trying to get one all day, but Skip's been running my ass over.
Well, I know that feeling, man. I've been in there on my little magnet mount antenna I got on top of my house. And I heard that skip blowing. I had to come out here. I had to get out here and get some of that skip, you know. Yeah, 165, you got a 150 down here down the road from me. He's trying to holler back at you if you can hear him on the broke down barefooted mobile, he said. Well, come on back at me, 150. Hey, 150, there's a lot of big old radios out here. I'll make it rough on you, but hey, 150, hey, 165, you gonna say hello? You can hear my radio.
150 North Carolina. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. You're actually blowing my ears up right now. I had to turn my RF gain down. Yeah, I'm running nothing at all. No power whatsoever. If you can hear me, I'm shouting 150 North Carolina.
Hey, 150, hey, 150. I heard you tell me that you're not running any power or anything, but then they keyed up and they kind of took you out. So, hey, 150, yes, I can hear you. I can hear that radio with no power up here south of Detroit. But they're going to make it rough on you there. I can hear you in between your key-ups, but hey, 150, I wish you the best. Hey, your radios are working. Hey, 165 south of Detroit. Good job, 150. Good job.
Hey, thank you, bud. I got to give it to the TRC 447. As much crap as I was talking about people not liking the TRC radios, this guy really pulled through here. I even dropped it and bent the mic port and faceplate on, and it's still fine. And a huge shout out, by the way, to Indian Outlaw, who helped me get the contact in Detroit. Man, I never met you before, and I really appreciate it. I came back on the bands to find you. I had to check an apple pie and lasagna that I had in the oven because I'm a fat guy, and that's what we eat. But you were either gone or drowned out with a skip. Either way, I hope to run into you again on the bands. I really appreciate it. And hopefully we can meet up and talk about the radio that you wanted to give me a check out, because I'd love to show it on the channel. And, well, I guess what I'm going to end up doing is spraying the antenna down with some rubber coating and probably some classic hot rod color that I'll update you guys on. Or you can check the Patreon. I actually have a Patreon account. I put like extra content and bloopers on there. Anyways, help support the channel a bit. Until next time, yes, John Jones. I'm here at home in a can building, and I'll see you later.